The ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is the most powerful gaming phone in the market today. It's powered by the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, has 16GB of RAM, and 512GB of internal storage. It also has a 6.78-inch AMOLED display with a 165Hz refresh rate, making it perfect for mobile gaming. What up guys, Miguel here of Yugatech, and in this video, we are checking out the best gamer-first smartphone you can buy in 2023, the ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. The ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate has a very unique design that is sure to turn heads in this storm white colorway. It's clad in metal and glass and has a very smooth matte finish at its rear. For I/O, found on the left side is the side-mounted USB Type-C port along with the accented blue dual nano SIM card tray. On top is a noise-canceling mic. On the right side are the air triggers, volume rocker, noise-canceling mic, and power button that gets some blue accenting too. At the bottom, we have another noise-canceling mic, second USB Type-C port, and a 3.5mm audio jack. And overall, for a big hefty phone, ergonomics feel superb. It can get a little bit slippery depending on the temperature of your hands, but this can always be remedied with a case. Found in the top bezel of the display are the ambient light sensor, LED notification bulb, and front-facing camera. The back of the phone is where things get interesting. The panel is designed with the current ASUS ROG aesthetic, an industrial cyberpunk design that makes use of different shades of white with contrasting lines and blue accents. The main sensor in the camera module is accented blue, and the rest of the sensors can be found next to it, ending with the LED flash. The ROG Phone 7 Ultimate also features a nifty 2-inch OLED display that users can customize to show different screens depending on the mode or status of the device, as well as incoming calls when laid on its front. Above it is the Aero Active Portal, a mechanical door that opens up when using an Aero Active cooler attachment. Its purpose is to let in and out cool and hot air for better heat dissipation and performance. The front of the phone is dominated by a 6.78-inch 165Hz AMOLED display that supports HDR10+ and has a peak brightness of 1500 nits. For great picture clarity, even outdoors. The display is also protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. And yes, the top and the bottom bezels on this device don't really scream immersion when compared to the more basic devices that we have come to love from the top brands. But this device isn't necessarily for this demographic. ASUS purposely keeps these bezels this way to prevent accidental touches when gaming in landscape orientation. And it also allows them to point the pair of stereo speakers at the end user, providing even better audio immersion compared to ones that point away from each other on each side, or the ones that combo pointing at you and the ones that point at the side or, downward. So if you ask me, the two speakers pointing at you are definitely way more immersive. And with that being said, the stereo speakers on the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate, just like the Huawei P60 Pro, is I got a Bluetooth speaker for a phone levels. Not a soundbar, mind you, a Bluetooth speaker. My multimedia consumption experience with these speakers have been great. They get very loud and the resolution is quite good. Clarity in the soundstage is great, and sometimes because the speakers are pointed at me, I can get a little conscious of how loud they actually get, and I rarely max out the volume. So if that, paints a better picture. Overall, it's great and I'm quite impressed. This translates well to media consumption paired up with the nice AMOLED display, and you can Netflix and chill after grinding Mobile Legends by yourself for hours. For biometric security, the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate features an optical in-display fingerprint scanner and face unlock. Facial recognition was snappy, but I decided to leave it off in favor of the fingerprint scanner for the most part. And never did I find any issues with both biometric unlocking options. For cameras, the ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate utilizes a triple camera system at the back. The system consists of a 50-megapixel Sony IMX766 main sensor, a 13-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 5-megapixel macro sensor. The phone also has a 32-megapixel selfie camera in front. The cameras on the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate are not the best on the market, but they are good enough for taking casual photos and videos. In adequate lighting conditions, the main sensor takes sharp photos with good detail, and the ultra-wide sensor is great for taking photos of landscapes and architecture. The macro sensor is nothing to write home about, but it can still be used to take close-up photos of small objects. But again, there are better macro sensors out there in the market today. For video, the device allows shooting at 8K at 24 frames per second, 4K at 30 or 60p, and Full HD at 30 to 240p slow motion. The front-facing sensor can shoot up to Full HD at 30p. So overall, you ain't buying this phone for the camera. But yes, it is way better than a potato, and images and videos taken from this device look pretty darn good. The ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate runs on Android 13, skinned with ROG or Zen UI on top. ROG UI is a gaming-centric interface that comes with a number of features that make it perfect for gaming. These features include the Game Genie app, which allows you to customize settings and performance while gaming. Air Trigger ultrasonic touch sensors, which allow you to map gestures to the capacitive bumper buttons on the top side of your phone when on landscape. You can also actually shortcut the squeeze, and I set mine to activate the camera, which is... We also have the ASUS Armory Crate in here, where you can control all gaming-related functions like the display in the back, RGB, and performance modes. Overall, ROG or Zen UI is relatively light on Android 13, to the point that it kind of bores me a bit. Although I do believe this is from a feeling of being too overwhelmed by everything else the device has got going on for it. Either way, it's a good and functional operating system that never feels too crowded or anything. And if you wanted a less gamery look, you can easily change to an even more stock Android look in the settings menu. The ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is powered by the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, a 4nm chipset that features an Adreno 740 GPU. The processor is paired with 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 512GB of UFS 4 storage. And like I mentioned in the intro, the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is the most powerful and recognized gaming device you can get in the market in 2023. It can handle any game you throw at it, and it will not slow down even when you are playing the most demanding games, whether that be Genshin Impact, Mobile Legends, Diablo Immortal, or even Stumble Guys. There's no mobile game or application this device can't run. For those interested in benchmark scores, I'll be flashing them on screen. Powering the ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is a 6,000 mAh battery split between two cells. It features 65W Qualcomm Quick Charge 5 power delivery and 10W wired reverse charging. Charging the device up from 0 to 100 with the included brick took a little less than an hour. This battery is large enough to last for a full day and a half with my mixed use. This doesn't mean I can't drain it within a day through very heavy use, such as non-stop gaming and media consumption. In PCMark's Work 3.0 battery test, our ROG Phone 7 Ultimate lasted 24 hours and 24 minutes. In our proprietary battery loop test, which involves the phone being at 50% brightness, airplane mode turned on, and in mute, our phone lasted 26 hours and 40 minutes. So what also came with our review unit was this Aero Active Cooler 7. This cooler actively cools the device's internals when in use. Once attached, the Aero Active portal, which is the black thing here, opens up, allowing the cooler to blow in air and pull the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate's core temperatures down. Something novel here is that if you do own older coolers like the Aero Active Cooler 6, or even gamepad accessories like the Kunai controllers, they're backwards compatible with this device, which is definitely a welcomed addition. In conclusion, the ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is the best gaming phone in the 2023 market. It's powerful, it's stylish, and has a number of features that make it perfect for mobile gaming. So, if you're looking for a phone that can handle any mobile game or application you throw at it, then the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate is the ultimate phone for you. Now, as of this recording, we still don't have the official SRP of the ROG Phone 7 Ultimate here in our local shores. We'll pin the official SRP once it's available. What did you guys think of the ASUS ROG Phone 7 Ultimate? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that bell icon so you get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit yukitech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Again, this has been Miguel, and I'll see you in the next one.